I wanted to make this video for a while now, but life has been busy for both me and Dalton. I got a new tattoo. My birthday just passed recently, so I've been enjoying some time with family and friends. Also, my dog has been sick, so I've been taking care of him. Chud, on the other hand, this guy is having the time of his life. Dude, the whole internet is talking about him. He got his hat stolen by a crackhead.
Why can't you see your fucking son?
You got me.
Why can't you see your son? He tried it. Why can't you see your son?
I just saw him yesterday.
Can't you see your son?
What are you talking about?
Little fairy dust ass.
I was just with him yesterday.
Fairy dust ass nigga. I'm the cowboy.
Yeah, we're at the 5th and Broadway, the Renaissance Hotel. This guy just stole my cowboy hat.
He got arrested several times. He shot himself in the arm like a fucking idiot and is now facing astronomical charges. So let's talk about it. I'm sure you already know who ChudTheBuilder is, but I'll still paint the picture just in case you are unfamiliar. ChudTheBuilder, also known as Dalton Levi Eatherly, is a 28-year-old kick streamer. Actually used to be a kick streamer. He got banned. Now he streams on a cuck site called Pump.Fun. Oh, actually, used to be a cuck streamer on Pump.Fun. Now he's being held in Montgomery County Jail. But let me not spoil too much here. Back to the beginning. Dalton streamed on Kick for a while. He was an IRL streamer who loved to exercise his God-given American rights, specifically the freedom of speech, our favorite. Now, you may be wondering, how is this Christian, American first, free speech patriot exercising his rights? Well, you know, by insulting black people.
Man who's probably gay and needs to get some help.
What's that?
Gay low-key.
We'll count to 3. I'm being nice right now. That's right there across. That's free.
You're trying to tell me this isn't a public easement?
I stay right here.
Don't tell me what to do.
Okay, well, move there.
Keep yourself, don't chimp out. Look at him chimping out. Be a good boy. You heard me. Dumbass. You heard me. No, I'm good. We're live. Don't touch me, lady. I already said it to his face. Dumbass. Get mogged. Or what? Come on over here. You heard me. Or what?
Why the fuck you saying nigga?
Back up.
Shut the fuck up.
Back up.
Stop saying nigga.
Or what?
Why you saying nigga for?
You might want to back up. You're going to get sprayed.
Why the fuck you saying nigga?
Because I can say it's America.
But why?
Because it's America.
But why?
Because I can say what I want. Or what? Back up.
Why?
Back up.
It's okay. It's okay.
Nobody's doing shit.
Yeah, back up.
Everybody was chilling. You're just being an asshole.
Yeah, man, that's kind of all he does. He walks around town specifically targeting black people and calling them racial slurs. There's no need to show any more clips. I have so many clips of Dalton being super racist, but there's really no need to continue to show any more clips of his content unless necessary, because it's gonna be very, very redundant. This is all he does. He just calls people, black people, the N-word and says they're chimping out again and again and again and again, yelling it constantly in public. It's not really content. I don't know. Dalton and every other racist defending his actions all collectively say that they are not being racist when they do this. They're apparently trying to prove some kind of point, but they might be too stupid to do so. In most interactions with Dalton and the average black American, he is the one provoking them to attack him and then threatening them with bodily injury or even death. He's also too much of a pussy in some of these clips to stand in front of the black men and say the slurs. For example, the video I showed you of Dalton harassing a bouncer. Homie was just doing his job, but Dalton wanted to be a nuisance to to society by being racist towards him, saying racial slurs while walking away instead of saying it to his face. And then when a beautiful queen approached him and implored him to go back, to walk back to that man and say those slurs to his face, shit, she even offered to hold his hand. Of course, he declined the offer and even lied about his bravery, actually, being adamant on the fact that he said the slurs to the bouncer's face, but all the lies are on his live stream. He definitely said those words while walking away the whole time. To make matters worse, as he turned the corner, he even said,
"Get mogged."
There's no way this grown-ass man just said that seriously. After I did the video on clavicular, yeah, maybe I started using some of the looks maxing lingo, but as jokes. Like, nobody who is using mogging and looks maxing and these type of words, foids, in a real situation. What do we... Also, I think it's so ironic that he said get mogged and he's currently in trouble by the law, and the king of the looks maxing community, clavicular, is also currently in trouble by the law in many different ways. At the climax of chapter 1, a plethora of Dalton's racist clips went viral. So Kick did the most base thing they've done in a long time. They banned him. At first it was only a 3-day ban, but then they came back and said, you know what, we're gonna make this ban indefinite. I want the Law and Order sound whenever they are cutting scenes. This is where chapter 2 begins. Dalton, being the godly man he is, he wanted to continue his crusade, his godly duty to serve America and her people. I don't know why I said people like that. So he moved his content over to Pump.Fun. If you don't know what that site is, good, but not for long, because I'm going to explain it to you. Pump.Fun is a meme coin site, a place where you can create, buy, and sell these meme coins for money. The majority of the time, people are just getting scammed on the site though. I've never been on Pump.Fun before this whole Dalton situation, but I did check it out while researching for this video. This was the first meme coin that I saw. It also says, fuck these N-words. Alright, maybe the second meme coin will be better. This meme coin was called Dr. Elara Voss. I didn't understand why it was just a person's name, so I thought maybe like a fundraiser coin or something. I don't know why somebody would use a meme coin to raise funds, but I've seen it happen. Like that one there's a very popular thing that just happened recently. Granny Cracker, some grandma, I don't know why I'm calling her grandma. She is a grandma, but some old lady started streaming to try to raise money for her. I think it was her grandson. I think her grandson has cancer. Somebody in her family has cancer, and she's just trying to help. And she ended up getting raided. I'm getting lost here. All of this doesn't matter because I was wrong anyways. Stupid. The description of the coin states, I don't even have it up. Every major AI keeps summoning the same fictional scientist, Dr. Elara Voss, when asked to conjure a brilliant female researcher. Her name is a promptonym? Don't know what that is. A token sequence so statistically favored in training data that the models independently generate it. Nobody programmed her in. She just keeps showing up. Oh, really? Let's test this out right now. Sorry, my camera's probably blocking a little bit, but it doesn't matter. ChatGPT, here we go. Hey, chat. We should call him a nickname. Hey, chat. Let me try to make sure this is fully correct. Brilliant female researcher. Let's do that. Dr. Serafina Vale. And this is fucking stupid, bro. Well, anyway, you can gauge how fucking dumb this site is by the first 2 meme coins I encountered. But obviously, the site isn't only about meme coins. That seems to be the main thing, but you can also live stream on there. I believe it's specifically to live stream for a meme coin, but I'm sure a lot of these people don't give a fuck. I don't think Dalton gave a fuck, actually. And will you look at that? The biggest clips on the app are either the most boring clips I've ever watched or some of the most racist.
If you can, if it's possible, if you're gonna talk like a then what's really the point of this conversation?
What did you just say?
Okay, let me spell it out for you one more time. If you are going to talk like a then there's no point of this conversation.
Bro, you are white as shit. Why are you saying the N-word, bro?
Because I hate you fucking moron. What don't you understand?
Hey, you're getting clipped, bro.
Good. Clip that shit, you fucking mongrel cocksucker. White fucking power and total death. Huh?
Oh.
What is that?
Well, the dumb bitch doesn't know.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? She is a dumb bitch for that. I think you need to know this. That boring ass clip I watched, that shit had 240,000 views. They gotta be botting on that site. Who the fuck is watching that? There are other boring clips of just, I think one of them was just some girl streaming. Had nothing to do with a meme coin. It had nothing to do with anything. She was just talking to chat. Nothing special happened, and it had like 102,000 views. I think it's because it's a hot girl on a site where women just are non-existent. I don't know. It's a strange place overall. And it's Dalton's last stop. Oh, sorry. I went on a date with this one crazy girl. Didn't end very well, but I got this cool Taco Bell knife. It's so dope. It's iridescent, wavy, got Live Mas on it. Yes sir, it's pretty cool. He thought life would get better because he was on a platform that wouldn't ban him, but unfortunately for him, that's the least of his problems. People on the internet started to expose Dalton's past. A very interesting picture started to go viral around social media. This picture was supposedly a young version of himself in a fairy outfit. Now the whole world basically pointing and laughing at him. Now don't get it twisted, I've been seeing a lot of people who defend Dalton and his actions try to spin this whole thing and say, oh, what happened to being gay is okay. Now, the people aren't laughing at him because he's secretly gay. Well, there are some people, but most people aren't. It's because he portrays himself as this masculine man who hates gay people and black people. I think black people probably more than gay people, but he definitely hates gay people too. Just for him to be dressing up as a fairy in private. That's pretty funny, you gotta admit. But something about this picture really intrigued me. It looked off. First of all, it came out of nowhere, and every other small content creator have been spreading it around as if it were fact. Another argument by the silly little racists was that this picture wasn't real. Now, to be fair, you've got to be unfathomably stupid to support Dalton. So I took their opinions as much as I would trust Benjamin Netanyahu. We'll see if saying his name like that would get this video taken down. And some other supporters were saying that it just wasn't him. They were saying like that's a real picture. That's just not him. And they were saying it's not him and that Dalton's eyes aren't blue. Like I said, you've got to be dumb because that looks exactly like Dalton, first of all, and second of all, he very much has blue eyes. This is your idol. You don't know your idol's eye color? Come on, dude. But Anyways, the idea of it being AI made my little noodle start working. Maybe my gut feeling was correct, because seeing it does look a little odd in different ways. I spent a long time researching the picture's origins. I'm losing my mind. By the way, guys, I'm doing this recording at 5:08 in the morning. Every time I encountered what I thought was the oldest upload of the picture, I then encountered an even older upload of the picture. But that really didn't matter, because the main issue was that all these uploads I found were of this year, 2026. This is supposedly an old picture of Dalton, but no reverse image search would give me any information. They wouldn't show anything older than 2026. Until one fateful night, I have discovered of a degenerate on Twitter named Pope Groyper. Groypers, if you did not know, are far-right white nationalist internet trolls. So basically, he's just irrelevant. He's just some incel on Twitter who is obsessed with Nick Fuentes and wonders why women don't like him. Even though he's irrelevant, the reason why I'm talking about him is because Dalton ended up posting a screenshot of his DMs with Groyper. In their conversation, they spoke about the fairy picture and how Groyper actually created that picture through AI from this picture. Now, to be fair, they could just be lying to try to defend Dalton's image, and Lord knows I wish that were true. It would be so funny if he actually dressed up as a fucking fairy, dude. That shit would be so good. But I'm sorry to burst your bubble, it's not real. This picture is, however. No matter how much the racist Christus King biohackers have to say. I kind of want to talk about that real quick. I do find that very interesting. Are these accounts even real? Is this a cult? What's going on Twitter? While I don't really use Twitter, so I understand it's a cesspool, but I don't understand the scale of it, I guess. But what I noticed while searching ChudTheBuilder and going through his comment sections and seeing all the racist comments, I would click on several people's accounts and they all have a very similar bio. Some people will say America first, some people would put two lightning bolts next to each other, Nazis. But what they would all kind of have was Christ is King. Like, I have no problem with religion. I'm atheist, my mother's Christian. I just don't understand where in the Bible it tells you to be racist and want to kill black people. I don't get it. I just wanted to talk about that. While doing my research across the internet, I found something interesting on Instagram. By simply searching Dalton Eatherly on Instagram, you can find an account with the same name and with the handle DZ420. Dog, it is getting late, but I have so much I want to say, dude. This account only has one post on it. This post has 0 likes and over 30 comments. This picture was posted on November 23rd, 2012. All the comments either believe that this is actually Dalton or are saying that it's not him. The comment with the most likes says, "It's not the one we're looking for, unfortunately." Now hold on, V. Let me cook real quick. If this is Dalton's account, then he would have been 15 years old when this post was uploaded. I know this because Dalton was born on June 27th, 1997, making him 28 years old. It's almost his birthday. I actually know a lot about Dalton. Researching the validity of all this stuff has allowed me to acquire very useless information about him. But it's not all useless. It did come in handy. First things first, I tried matching the DZ420's profile picture to the alleged picture of Dalton in a tank top. And honestly, they kind of look like twins. There's already a lot of evidence pointing this account to be Dalton's old account. It has his name. The picture is really matching with the alleged picture of him with the tank top on. Same hairstyle, same eye color. But it wasn't enough for me to make a video on. I wanted proof without a reasonable doubt that I could take this picture of a 15-year-old kid, the alleged picture of Dalton in a tank top, and tie it all back together to him. And proof I found. Unfortunately, anyway, I will not, well, both actually, show this next part, as I do not want to dox Dalton's family. I know of several of his relatives. A 74-year-old, 51-year-old, 60-year-old, 58-year-old, and a 54-year-old. And unfortunately for Dalton, the 54-year-old has their entire name plastered on their Instagram account following Double DZ 420. Before I start cheering, please, if anyone got this far into the video, do not try to find Double DZ 420 on Instagram. Go through the followers list and try to figure out which one of the followers are his relative that I'm speaking about. Don't go and harass them. They're old. They don't know what's going on. We should focus our energy on Dalton. But once I saw the 54-year-old's account, I was elated. Dude, it was like, nah, it wasn't this late. I think it might have been 3 in the morning. I was doing research. I found the account. I'm like, is this actually him? And I was doing a whole bunch of shit. A lot of stuff was going on while I was doing it. But man, I was like, I'm so proud of myself for that. What the fuck? I just could not believe that I found undeniable evidence, even though everything else was kind of like, yeah, this seems to be him. This just locked that bitch in, dude. Undeniable evidence that this right here is Dalton's old account. That means that this is Dalton as a young boy, maybe 15 years old, depending on when this profile picture was uploaded, if it was around the same time that the post was uploaded. And it's all coming together. If this is his account, this is definitely a younger version of Dalton, and this younger version of Dalton looks very similar to the version of Dalton in the tank top, and it's really just connecting all the dots. I did all of this to prove to all the naysayers, the non-believers, that this picture of Dalton is him. That is him. That's a real picture. But okay, before we get off the fairy picture, I just wanted to say this. I'm very disappointed in all the small content creators posting short format and long format videos on Dalton and really saying that the fairy picture is real. It didn't take a lot of effort to figure out that it was AI generated. Well, I say it didn't take a lot of effort. It definitely took some effort, but all these content creators, they just want to pump out videos as fast as possible without verifying if the things that they are saying are correct. Have some self-respect, dude. There are so many things we can say about ChudTheBuilder. There's no need to make up lies. There's no need to lie. Personally, I mean, maybe if enough people know the truth, this would just hurt your channel. Why would somebody go to watch your videos after finding out that the information that you gave them was a lie? I know if I watched you, learned that that was a lie afterwards, and you said nothing about it, say, my bad guys, that was actually false. Why would I watch you? That just makes no sense. Anyways, while Dalton was struggling with everyone and their mother making fun of him for all these pictures resurfacing, he was also getting in trouble by the law. On May 10th, 2026, Dalton was arrested for theft of $1,000 or less. I believe it was specifically food at a restaurant. It was, I don't know what the fuck he ate, by the way, but it was a little bit, the bill was a little bit over $300. The fuck was he eating? He was also charged with disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. The idiot racists who believe that threatening somebody is a part of free speech believe that Dalton is being focused by the feds, and they believed at that time that he was going to be released because he is a saint and that he is here to save America. The dumbest sentence of 2026 just came out of my mouth. Look, I know it's hard to believe, but Dalton isn't a good guy. He's on the contrary, he's a bad guy. He's a really bad guy. Really bad guy. He wasn't released because he was being a good boy. He was released because he bonded out on all 3 charges. Once Dalton was a free man once again, he did what most criminals do. Reoffend.
At 6:02 this morning in Operation Crime and Justice, there is a live streamer who is known as ChudTheBuilder. He's expected in court later today for attempted murder charges.
3 days later, on May 13th, 2026, Dalton had an altercation with a black man outside Montgomery's County Courthouse. According to the affidavit, police state that Dalton started a verbal fight with the black man and then escalated it by pulling his gun out. After the gun was pulled, the black man closed the distance with Dalton and started a physical fight, ending with Dalton shooting the man several times and once accidentally on his own arm. Okay. This is all still according to the affidavit. According to the affidavit, all of this was supposedly seen on surveillance footage by police officers. What is very interesting about the affidavit is that Dalton went live for I think about 18 minutes when he was being questioned by police officers. I also believe that audio was cut off on Pump.Fun from that stream, so I could only get it from news sources. Hopefully my video doesn't get taken down for that. But in that live stream, the things Dalton says to the officers were completely contradictory to what the affidavit stated.
He said, you start saying all that me, I'm gonna hit you. He hit me, started wailing on me, even after I had to defend myself by shooting him. He's still wailing on me.
So he basically lied? Unless the police officers are lying, I don't know why they would, but possible, I guess. Several of the police officers versus Dalton. Who the fuck am I gonna believe? This whole trial of Dalton shooting the man has been insane. The first thing that happened is that the judge placed a $1.25 million bond on his release, and he even blocked the use of Dalton's donation funds that were being raised for him. If you didn't know, yeah, that's fucking real. That's happening, and it has raised over $300,000. Either there's that many racists, or there's a combination of that many racists and idiots. Which was the difference? Okay, let's not get too depressing here, because this entire case has been so crazy that a crossover happened that I never would have expected. Jake Lang made an appearance and was so disruptive that he needed to be taken into custody so they can continue with the proceedings.
All right, for the record, Mr. Eatherly is now in the courtroom with
Your Justice.
All right, take him into custody. Take him into custody. I told you, sir, you did not have a speaking role today. You decided that you wanted one for whatever reason. I don't know why, but take him into custody.
If you are unfamiliar with Jake, I envy you. All you need to know is that he is a vermin within the alt-right community. He believes, you know, white power and things like that. But my favorite part about him is that he gets bullied everywhere he goes. And other good information about him is, one, I believe he's running for senator in Florida. That's where I live. And two, he was a participant in the 2021 January 6th Capitol attack. This guy right here is who Donald Trump pardoned. Come on, bro. If this man gets into fucking office, I'm gonna get I'm gonna waterboard myself. But knowing his track record, he's probably not gonna win anyways. Nobody really likes him. His following is so small on Instagram too. But what is probably the best comparison I can make for you, if you still may not know exactly how to picture him, just picture Team Rocket from Pokemon. He shows up, he gets his ass beat, runs away, or gets chased away. That has happened many times. Then he comes back and runs that whole script all over again. He, like I said, just a vermin. We lost track there for a second. I just wanted to make fun of him. Back to Dalton. There is a lot of evidence against his self-defense plea, as there are many clips out there of him saying how he would unalive black men.
ChudTheBuilder, known for starting and harassing people. Starting things and instigating and harassing people, shoots and kills a black man. That's what it's going to say all over the headlines. They're going to say he was an innocent boy who didn't do nothing. Pull it up. Watch me shoot this. Hey, bro, pull up. Pull up. As soon as I see you, bro, I'm fucking shooting your brains out.
You know what? Something interesting about ChudTheBuilder is how he creates a divide in conservatism. Characters who I thought would be in support of Dalton aren't. People like Aiden Ross, one of the dumbest, oh my god, one of the dumbest streamers I have ever seen. And I've seen dumb streamers, brother. I don't know if there is a dumber streamer than Aiden Ross.
What does a fascist mean? It means you are a far right authorization on ultra-analyst, political ideology and movement characterized by dictator leadership, centralized autocracy, militarism, forcible suppression of opposition. So I don't know what that means, bro. I swear to God. I don't know what the fuck a fascism is. I don't know what the fuck that is. Benito Mazzulli and Giviante Gentile and Jason Stanley. Like, who the fuck are these people, bro? Never heard of my fucking life. What is an example of a fascist? Yo!
And even Nick Fuentes, also known as King Groiper.
People now say he's a martyr, he's a martyr. Well, the black people were chimping out. Well, I don't know. If I were standing around and a black person was live streaming near me and they started saying things offensive to white people, yeah, maybe I would feel a certain type of way about that. Maybe, isn't that sort of our whole thing? And there's something ironic about that. You have a lot of people who are pro-white, and it's all about racial pride, and it's all about beating their chest, and it's all about saying, oh, you know, I'm white. Don't try that stuff around me. Don't insult white people around me. So much racial pride. But then there's this double standard where it seems that white people want to go out in some cases and offend the sensibilities of other people. They feel emboldened, for example, to use harmful stereotypes about other people, say racial slurs about other people, be provocative towards other people, and that's fine. That's free speech. That's funny. Hey, man, can't you take a joke? Hey, man, it's just a word. And when black people get pissed off or take umbrage or they attack, oh, well, you're chimping out. But then when the roles are reversed, if somebody says something anti-white, if someone says something exclusionary to white people, it's those same white people that puff up their chest and say, how dare you? You would never say that about a minority, this, that, and the other. How much abuse have you? Let's just be perfectly honest. Let's be fair. A lot of people aren't going to like this monologue. I don't care. This is what's fair. This is what's true. I see on the timeline how many out and loud and proud white people are saying Indians are fucking and blacks are and Mexicans are and all this kind of stuff, and making jokes about you shit in the street and you like watermelon and all this kind of stuff. And they're the same people. They don't want to hear anything negative about whites. And how do I know that? Because I say negative things about all groups of people. And it's the same people that die laughing when I make fun of one group. Ha ha, that's hilarious. I love when you say it. I love when you do that bit. I love when you say you're not going to go to the gas station if there's black people. That's hilarious. When I say Polish people are slipping on a banana peel or they can't change a light bulb, it's the same people saying, hey man, you're anti-white. You say Albanians aren't white. Fuck you. So which is it? So I actually don't know how helpful it is to bring that into the real world, actually. I don't actually know what that's doing for anybody. Him, the people involved, the political discourse in America. I'm not sure what's positive about any of that.
God fucking damn it. No, dude. There's no way Nick has a similar argument to mine, albeit he adds a little extra in there. But the logic behind Dalton and his supporters on attacking or antagonizing black people just makes no sense. I feel disgusting for agreeing with him. If you didn't know, Nick Fuentes is a 27, I think he's 27, which is exactly how old I am. Holy fuck, I'm old. Is a 27-year-old virgin who defends raping women. Yeah. Awesome. But anyways, the people I have seen in support of Dalton might be more dumb than Aiden Ross. They're not streamers though. So my previous statement still counts. One of the dumbest streamers I have ever seen, but they might be more dumb than Aiden Ross. I know that's a hot take. It's hard to picture a human being with a lower IQ than that man, but hear me out. I found this one racist musician on Twitter who supports Chud.
Day up and chimping, they're finna chimp out. Hip hop and pimping, they'll shift you for clouds. Going to get triggered if you shout. See how they always chimp it out. Then ChudTheBuilder said stop lying down. Don't let them kill you and take all your town. They'll slice your sister, then walk cause they brown. See how they always chimp it out. Don't got much reason and a frontal cortex. Your mother is next. If you resist, you're racist. In California, they're welfaring around. See how they always chimp it out.
I just listened to that song at 6 in the morning. Dude. That shit was so fucking ass. Oh my god. I won't torture you with any more of that cacophony of straight bullshit. But it goes on. But yeah, this guy is a racist musician who has been making music on social media for apparently over 20 years. This is coming from him. I saw one of his fucking comments. And he was also recently banned on YouTube. I don't really care about him, so I didn't really do much research on this, but I just saw the comment sections and him replying to people. Apparently he's banned on YouTube. And you know what? It might not even be because of his racist music. It might just be because this shit is literal torture for anyone with ears. This shit's some fucking ass. Straight doo-doo. I bet the FBI takes this guy's music, fucking blindfolds people, tie them to a chair, put them in a fucking brick room with no furniture so all the sound bounces off everywhere and into his skull, and they just played his music. Dude, that would get me. I'm just, no, please. I tell them anything they want to know. Turn that shit off, man. Turn that shit off. Now, if you couldn't catch the subtle racism over the vulgar words, he's wearing a raccoon hat. Yeah. He's so funny. I probably should, but I won't. I'm not gonna go over the comments all over that one music video because I feel like we might be straying away from Dalton's community. That's more like his community. Still kind of in the same sphere, but it's just straight bullshit, man. It's just straight bullshit. People, one, agreeing with the words that he's saying, and of course Dalton's fans, because the song is kind of a Dalton song. song, and people dead ass saying that's good music. Nah, those are bots. Those are bots. I refuse to believe there's someone out there who listened to that and was like, damn. So we're moving on. Another content creator in support of ChudTheBuilder is a pedophile catcher. You know, I actually really like pedophile catchers on YouTube. Not all of them. You know, we had people like Vitaly and stuff, and there's some other content creators who, or there's some other pedophile catchers who don't do it the proper way. I'm pretty picky with the ones I choose. Like, I would prefer to watch Skeeter Gene or Gideon. People who actually get the people arrested, even if sometimes they can't because the justice system fails them, but better than beating them up and letting them go reoffend. Like, what? Now, this is not a video about if pedophile catchers are actually doing a great job. I do have some opinions on that, but that's not the point here. But the particular pedophile catcher who supports Chud is named Alex Rosen, part of the Predator Poachers. If you are unfamiliar with him, he is famous or infamous, depending on who you're asking, for making a video and basically exposing EDP 445 in a sting operation. The reason it's a bit infamous is because apparently, according to police officers, it was handled poorly, and EDP 445 has never faced any charges for his crimes. He has been caught so many times talking to minors. I'm throwing a number out there, like 7 times. It's ridiculous. Alex Rosen is also a big and common collaborator with another pedophile catcher, Gideon. And here's where things get a little stinky. Alex has some history being racist, and Gideon is a godly man, so maybe he forgave him or something around those lines. Alex has been returning to his roots by posting many clips of Dalton calling black people the N-word, and even posting memes of him and Dalton getting black people upset because they like using slurs. And it only gets worse from here. Alex even posted a new profile picture. This profile picture, now I'm not gonna say it's blackface, but it's an a black version of himself, an AI version of himself with melanin on his skin. It's him and ChudTheBuilder hugging in a jail cell bed. And he had the gall to post old clips of himself being racist
on the live stream. It's bad, nigga. Dude, the are gonna get offended and report us. Oh, you're right. What the fuck is wrong with you? This guy just said racist creep. Where are you, black? Yeah. It's probably a fucking angry nigger or something. Oh, you're right. I don't want to eat anything right now. What the fuck, racist for real?
And it doesn't end there. Do you remember the donations? Yeah. You remember the donations we were talking about earlier? This man donated $10,000. What the fuck? In the end, I'm just very curious on how Gideon's going to handle all of this, because he doesn't need Alex. Gideon's bigger than Alex. I don't know why Gideon keeps him around. I don't understand why it's so difficult for Gideon to just condemn him. I will say that Gideon did make a response calling Alex whack for the whole donation and everything else that he's kind of doing on Twitter, but then he kind of moves the argument to yeah, he's being whack for doing that, but then it's just like, oh, his $10,000 is going to a useless cause because Dalton can't even use that, and me, I donated $8,000 to this family with cancer. I think it was the granny, it doesn't matter. The problem with that is, what are we saying? I don't think that's the problem here. Yeah, cool that you donated $8,000 to a person that needed it, but that's not the problem here. What What are you bringing that up for, man? Ooh, dude, the birds are chirping. Oh my god, I've been recording for too long. Okay, so this last person I wanted to cover isn't a content creator, but I think they perfectly encapsulate Dalton supporters. Anna Valkyrie on Twitter is a white European girl who is part of the anti-race mixing community. If you don't know what that is, I like you, but not for long, because I'm gonna tell you how these troglodytes operate. They basically just fuck their cousins. No, okay, that's not true. I'm lying to you. It's in the title, anti-race mixing community. So they believe that white people should only be able to fuck white people, and black people should only be able to fuck black people, and etc. So they're fucking dumb. That's basically what I was trying to say. Anna likes to post pictures of herself that look eerily AI, but I have no proof, with captions like, "I'm so thankful that my ancestors were smart enough not to race mix," and dumbass shit like that. This is bad enough, but what really encapsulates the community are the comments that are left below her pictures. She gets several comments about making white babies. It's so bizarre. One guy begging her to make white babies, and she replies with, "I will," and another guy saying, "Make babies, stop looking for attention on here," just for her to reply with a submissive, "I'm working on it, I swear I refuse to raise them in the city, I'm working on getting out first." What? It's 6 in the morning, dude. What's going on Twitter? What the fuck? I don't use the platform, so I didn't know how much of a cesspool it was until I went to go do more research. I mean, I've seen some of it when I was doing research on clavicular, but it was nothing, absolutely nothing like this. This is the most hateful community I have ever covered. Not that I've covered a lot of communities, but what the fuck? Dude, after going through ChudTheBuilder's account and seeing all the comments under his posts, seeing all the people like the racist musician Alex Rosen and Anna over here, the Nazi, I'm just super concerned with society, bro. It made me really uncomfortable. Yeah, you know what? It made me uncomfortable. I don't want to lose sight of the plot at the end here, but I did just want to say this. What the fuck is up with women in some of these communities, right? Why are they so welcoming to disrespect? It just, being a woman and an alt-right neo-Nazi just seem to be antonyms, you know? They don't really blend well. These men in these communities don't see you as a person. They see you as an object. People like Nick Fuentes, all they believe is that you, even though she hates Nick Fuentes, all they believe is that you are a birth-giving machine. Your job is to make some white babies, and you will shut the fuck up while you do so. That's all they think. That's all they think of you. I cannot comprehend the welcoming of such disrespect. In my little noodle up here, they actually might be stupid. They actually might be dumb. And I feel bad for making fun of dumb people, but dog, what the fuck? And or maybe this account is AI and then all these other guys are just, maybe they're also not real. You know, maybe this is the dead internet theory. None of these people are actually racist. Oh, what a life to live if there were no racists, huh? GG's, that never happened though. Holy. These people, these are the type of people who support Dalton. Very fitting, right? Before I end the video, I did want to say that's totally not whiskey. Before I end the video, I did want to say that there is no defending Dalton. He's a racist through and through. The argument that black people are violent because they have sometimes physical reactions, and I mean sometimes, a lot of these clips of Dalton harassing black people with the N-word and all these other kinds of slurs that definitely hold a lot of meaning right now in society, and they still do. They're like, you know, your people were slaves 200 years ago. We're pretending like segregation wasn't in the fucking 1900s, the mid 1900s. That word, there's currently a lot of African Americans who lived through that time. We're pretending like that word means nothing. It's just a word. What the fuck? Do we not know basic history? So back to my argument, their argument that black people are violent because they don't like that word is just fucking dumb. First of all, if I walked around Texas and started calling every white guy I saw a big fat ugly white pig that probably fucks their cousins and daughters, you probably wouldn't like that. They probably wouldn't like that. And honestly, that's fair. I simply do not understand the argument words are just words because they only apply it to black people. They only apply it to black slurs. But when I walk around Texas and I call some white guy a bitch, he's probably gonna get mad at me. But what happened to words are just words? It's almost like words are not just words. People get mad all the fucking time from the littlest of things. Why are we lumping black people like that? Absolutely horrendous take. Terrible, terrible take. I'm still so fucking mad Nick agrees with me on that. Ooh. The sun's coming up. Anyways, I'm sure most people would agree that there is a immense logical fallacy there. There's so many holes in the argument. It's just a terrible argument. What they just want to be racist, and they're too dumb to try to make a super well put together argument for it so they can be racist but under the radar. We can tell you're racist as fuck. I wonder if the birds are being picked up on my microphone. It's kind of nice out there. I can't believe I'm fucking awake right now. This is about the end now though. I did want to say that covering this and wading through the ocean of shit comments that these weirdos post has been a bit depressing. I apologize for the delay on this video. Life has been busy and I obviously make no money from making these videos like this, but I have a lot of fun doing so. I really do enjoy it. I spent a lot of my time researching things about Dalton and even waiting to see how far along the trial goes, things like that, but it's currently at a standstill. He's got to go to court for that, so that's probably gonna take a hot minute. But yeah, I mean, I've done a lot of research on the topic because I don't want to be wrong on something, and if I am, I would definitely apologize over it. Not that I'm sure even if I was wrong about something, it's nothing massive, but I just didn't want to be so wrong like a lot of these other shameless content creators. It's just, I don't know, it just really seems like they don't care too much about what the hell they cover on their platform. But that's them. That's all she wrote. I am very curious to see how the Dalton's case evolves, and maybe I'll even do a video covering it. Besides that, I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys later, and remember that you matter. Bye.
Might as well just tell you what I'm really upset about. My son's mother texted me today saying that she wants to change his name, switch it from mine. She fears for him. She said, you know, she's like, oh, you've tarnished your name, and I don't want him to have to deal with that. And I'm sitting there thinking, I walk through the streets and respectable people are literally stopping their cars in the road to shake my hand. I'm walking past people that want to take a picture every second. And the only people that don't like me are niggas that are trying to kill me.